Hey guys, Kush here, back with another video. I know it's been some time since my last upload, but this time I'm gonna try and stay consistent. So this video, I wanna talk about the iPhone 11. I've had the phone for about 8 months now, and I think it's time for a review. So without any further delay, let's begin the video. So first, I wanna talk about its display, since that's the most controversial part of the phone. When it came out, it had a 780p display. And is that acceptable in 2021? Well, no. You see, when the phone first came out, a year and a half ago, it had the 780p display. There was a lot of controversy about it. Is the display good? Is the display bad? And a lot of people just looking at it on paper as 780p display, they weren't taking the phone. But from my experience, I can tell you that the display is very sharp and you do not feel like it's a low resolution display. I have no complaints about the display. Yes, when you compare it to the iPhone 12 of this year, it will look much less, with the iPhone 12 having a 1080p OLED display being much more vibrant and much more sharp as compared to the iPhone 11's 780p LCD display, liquid retina LCD. That's what they're calling it, the fancy term, but it's just a normal LCD display, LED display. Yeah, one of those two. It's a normal display. It doesn't feel any low resolution, but if you've used the iPhone 12 or the 12 Pro or even the iPhone 11 Pro, they've got OLED displays which make them much more vibrant and much more deep blacks in them, which make the image pop out more and looks much more better. But this phone's display, there's nothing wrong with it. It's pretty good for the price you're paying for it right now in 2021. If it was a brand new phone, then I would have had a bit of second thoughts, but since it's a bit old phone and you're not getting it for the original price that was 1.5 years ago, I think it's a much better option now. Next, let's talk about its build quality. So I've not used the cover on this phone for most of the time I've had it. And with that being said, I've dropped the phone a few times and yet the black glass has not cracked. There's only a few scratches and nicks on the back. No major physical damage has been done, even though I've not used the cover and it's dropped many times from my hand. With that being said, the sides of the phone are made of aluminum. It's comfortable to hold and it's very grippy. It doesn't feel like the phone is gonna slip out of your hand. Unlike the Pro series, have stainless steel sides which are very prone to scratches and very slippery. These sides are much more better. It's easier to hold and it's much comfortable than the Pro series. Next, battery life. So this phone has great battery life. I can use it the entire day. If I start my day around 8 or 9 p.m, I have to put it to charge by around 6 or 7 in the evening. By that time, the phone is around 10 to 15%, so it can easily last me an entire day without having to look for a charger in the middle of the day. Usually if I have a bit more heavy day, if I have a bit more day which I have to go out and using the phone a bit more, I might need to be looking for a charger around 5 or 6 o'clock, but not before that if I start my day at 9. In such scenarios, the phone has a good battery life. That's an advantage of having a bit of a lower resolution display, as it doesn't use much power. And to talk about battery heating issues, I've not had any battery heating issues with using normal tasks. But if I'm gaming, for example, if I play COD on medium settings, the phone gets a bit hot, which is expected if you play a high intensity game like that. But if I play on extreme, the highest settings possible, the phone overheats quickly within 5 to 10 minutes of playing. It gets really hot and the battery drains tremendously. It drains really fast, and within 1 to 2 matches I have to look for a charger. Next, to talk about speakers. So this phone has 2 speakers. First, the main speaker, and second is the earpiece, which acts as a second speaker. So both of them have dual audio. So first, talking about the earpiece. For phone calls and call quality, it's really good. It's plenty loud and I can hear it in outdoor situations when it's loud and noisy as well. No problems while talking on the phone. And dual speakers while watching movies or playing games or anything, it's really loud as well. Both of the speakers produce loud and clear audio, which I have no problems, and it's really good for watching movies. The audio is really loud without any sort of distortion. And even in outdoor situations, I can watch something on my phone or look at a video quickly on Instagram or Snapchat, and I can hear what's happening even if there's a bit of noise around. The speakers are really good and I give them a 10 out of 10. Now everyone's favorite part, the cameras of the phone. So the iPhone 11 has 2 cameras, a wide and an ultra wide. The wide camera of the iPhone 11 is pretty much same to the wide camera of the iPhone 12. In the wide angle, we have HDR that are really good quality. It's not over contrasty or over sharpened like the other brands. The only thing I would say is sometimes in a few photos, the iPhone adds a little extra saturation, a little more than I would like. But otherwise, in most scenarios, the iPhone 12 has a great wide angle camera. There's HDR, there's night mode that works great and helps with the low light shots. As compared to the iPhone 12, it's pretty much the same as that. The aperture of both the cameras, the focal length are the same. The difference in both the phones comes in the ultra wide angle. In the ultra wide of the iPhone 12, there is night mode, which is a big advantage compared to the iPhone 11, which doesn't have any night mode in the ultra wide. Because of that, the low light photos are not good. In good sunlight, in a sunset, sunrise, those photos in the ultra wide are good, they're sharp. But as soon as the sun sets, it becomes a little low, there's a little less light. The iPhone 11 ultra wide camera sucks. You cannot use it in low light situations. You have to use the wide angle camera. The ultra wide is not usable. If you use it, the photos aren't as sharp. And if you compare the wide and the ultra wide in good lighting situations side by side, wide angle is still much better than the ultra wide. If you take a photo comparing both of them side by side, the wide angle, the ultra wide will have a few blown out highlights somewhere in the photo, where in the ultra wide it would properly expose the photo in all aspects. So comparing both of them, the wide is always the better option, but the ultra wide is usable in most situations where there's sufficient amount of sunlight. Unless you're not comparing them side to side, pixel peeping, you won't notice a difference while using it on your phone. Next, to talk about video quality. The iPhone 12 has amazing video quality, okay? I don't really have any complaints other than the ultra wide angle, which the quality drops a bit as the photo video is not as sharp as in the wide angle camera. Other than that, I think it's great. Next, talking about the selfies. I don't take much selfies, so you can look at them and judge for yourself. But according to me, they're pretty good for whenever I want to take it rarely. The front-facing video is really good. You can shoot that in 4K 60 FPS, and same with video in the back camera, it's 4K 60 FPS. Both of them are good. In video, I wouldn't not have any complaints in the iPhone. iPhones are great for video. Except in the ultra wide, there's a bit muckiness, I would say. If your main purpose is video under a budget, good quality video, the iPhone 11 will have a lot to provide for you. As long as this third telephoto lens doesn't bother you and the 720p display is not a big deal, which I don't think it is. The display is really good. Other than that, I think this is the end of the video. Another good option I just remembered, you can, if your budget is even more tighter but you still want the iPhone 11, second hand is not a bad option. You can get the phone in a pretty decent condition at even lower price than a brand new one, which is still a good option. The phone is not that old and you can get them in good conditions. With that being said, I think I'm done with the video. So let me know what you think of this video. It's been some time since I've uploaded, so I'm gonna try and getting on that upload schedule a bit more, and let's see a new video next week as well. So if you like the video, hit like, and if you're not subscribed, subscribe to my channel, since I'm gonna try and make much more content to you guys much more frequently. And that's all I guess. So goodbye.